Hello people, MasterofRoflness here, going to show you a game of Shogun Total War 2 I just had. Well, I had yesterday, but I just wanted to cast it. It was a really good game, it was extremely close, and I thought it was going really well up until the point where I completely demolished him. So, here we go. And this is Yamasaki Choke Point. Now, on the left and right side of the hills, on the left and right side of the map, are these two giant hills, and what players will do is, well, what I like about this map is that players will fight over these hills so viciously because they want every single inch of elevated position. Because in this game, if anybody doesn't know, if you have an elevated ground and you're charging downhill, then it will do more damage. I think 25% more, or I don't really know the math for it, but it just does a shit ton more. The middle part of the map is also another bloodbath, as there's a sword dojo in the middle, guarded by two choke points, and what armies will do is kind of do like a little bit of a grinder with their units in the middle in their efforts to control that sword dojo, because you want that extra attack. On the left and right side, there's just the shrine and farmhouse, so it doesn't really make much of a difference to control them. Anyway, I'm just going to show you my units really quick. I have 2 units of Katana Samurai, 4 units of Naginata Samurai. Katana Samurai are good anti-infantry specialist units. They're very good. Oh, sorry, I'm really tired. They're really good against infantry overall, and they're really good at killing infantry. But they're very weak against cavalry. Naginata Samurai, who are just good all-around units. They're strong against arrows, meaning arrows don't affect them much. 3 Naginata Warrior Monks, which are good in melee combat, but they're weak to arrows because they have nothing but robes. I mean, look at them. They didn't think to bring a single robe. Yari Ashigaru good against cavalry. Naginata Tenants also good against cavalry, but are usually meat shields because they're weak as hell. Yari Cav, which is good at charging cav or units. Pretty much when you charge an enemy. No, I'm just gonna show you really quick. Actually, no, wait, the battle actually doesn't start yet. But anyway, I'm just going to play this for now. Once you charge an enemy in this game, it does extra attack when your units hit him. And what the Yari Cav will do is, as you can see by the 35% bonus, they do an amazing amount of, charge bonus against any Cav unit. And most of my army is upgraded. I have very few vanilla units. And all of them have wacky names like Yellow Power Rangers and Bonsai Charge, French Fry, The Guard, Monk Sushi, Black Power Rangers. And here's my opponent's army. He has an Oni Bushi hero, a Mounted Samurai hero. These are both really good in melee combat and usually are very good at harassing because they do have bows. Because they have so little numbers, they're very easy to like overwhelm. He has 3 units of a Naginata Samurai, 1 unit of Matchlock Samurai, 2 units of bows, which are Daku and Foot Samurai, Yari Ashigaru, Katana Sam, Yari Sam, Super Warrior Monk, which is pretty much a smaller but more dangerous and more powerful unit of Naginata Warrior Monk. So right now, I don't want to charge too fast in the middle to capture that sword dojo at him because I don't want to get destroyed by his Matchlock Warrior Monks. Matchlock and Samurai, so I'm just gonna wait till he makes the move, and I'm charging my Yari Cav right now to attack his Cav over here, but then I see his Naginata Warrior Monk Cav up out of nowhere attack me, so I just run away from his Cav in an effort to try to keep my Cav. And Naginata Warrior Monks, Naginata Warrior Monk Cav, sorry, they're really good all-around melee units. They're not as good as Katana Cav, but they're still really good. So right now there's this massive, well not massive, but little small skirmish of cavalry battle over here with some Naginata Tenants. At the same time, I'm trying to get my infantry, my 2 Katana Sam, to try and flank his units over here. He does attack my Naginata Tenants, which is a big mistake, as they're able to attack. Over here, I'm charging with my Cav at his Cav, while at the same time, he made the big mistake of moving his matchlocks too far, so I take this opportunity to flank him on both sides. My Naginata Tenants. But right now they're also quickly routing because they're very weak. And there's just this massive cavalry battle over here in the middle, in which Pretty much, if he wins this cav fight, he can harass my units as much as he wants throughout the entire game. So I cannot let his cav keep coming on. So I just send in my Naginata attendants to try and help out. Over here is a giant meat grinder. He sends in one of his Naginata samurai to try and take me out, but it's proving to be useless as my units are just too much for him. At the same time, I'm moving in 2 of my Naginata samurai over to attack his units over here. And because my units are more heavily upgraded than his Naginata samurai units, they're able to destroy him easily. He's also trying to funnel me over, trying to surround me on this end, but I got him where I want him. I then send in my Katana Samurai on the left and right to try and flank him. He sends in his Naginata Samurai over to stop me. While at the same time, while I'm sending in my Katana Samurai, he's sending in his 1 to Super Warrior Monk Hero. They're not going to be really good in the long run, but because they have high melee attack, they can stand up to me for now. At this point, I also rush in all my units over here into the funnel to try and end him quick. At this time of the battle, however, I am able to destroy most of his units, but at the same time I'm losing my cav, so all my cav is dead at this point. But his units have been weakened to the point where they can't be really useful in this battle that's happening in the middle. Well, unless he sends them in right now. The battle in the middle, I do send in a war cry hero or two to try and discourage his units and lower his morale. The objective is this game is to lower the amount of morale of an enemy army as fast as possible, because, well, it's not about kills, it's just about lowering morale, and if you make the morale drop low enough, they'll surrender. And what the Naginata Warrior Monk units have, well, all of them, is pretty much a war cry ability, which allows them to summon down this huge, like, burst of scream, like Hulk scream right here, that, like, destroys the morale. Now, enough of me blabbering. So right about now, my units are breaking through. All my units are owning his units in the middle. He tries to send in his general over here to try and take out my general, who's on stand defend, but I send in my Yari Ashigaru as quick as possible to take them out. And at this time, I owned all of his melee units. There's none of them left. They were too unupgraded, and they were in a very bad position to guard against my units. I believe what he should have done in this battle is, if he had not, like, moved that matchlock in, because that matchlock samurai was one advantage he had over my units, because I brought no ranged units, he would have won. While at the same time, if he had also blocked off the choke point more effectively, he would have beaten me easily. And used this cav and Walker Raiders over here, because he hardly used these, like, at all in the middle. In fact, this was just, like, on the left side was just an isolated battle. In the middle, it was just, like, a different battle entirely. It's like 2 different games going on. But over here, I'm able to quickly rout these guys. They're running away for their fucking lives because they see all this blue and white come down the hill going, "Charge, Banzai!" So they're getting scared shitless. And God, I love the color customization in this game. It's very excellent. I'm sorry, YouTube, I haven't been posting a lot lately. I have been busy with schoolwork and stuff. But I will try to fix a schedule that I can do, which will allow me to upload one video a day. Anyways, kudos to my opponent, and I hope I see you guys next time as we look over these yellow Power Rangers bodies. That guy's all bloody.